Robin.
Yeah, a good one. I brought in treats this morning.
You're going to be good. You're going to be so good.
Give it a nice bite live on the show.
Oh, my God.
My sister could take on the cake boss, I'm telling you. Not to step on Bobby's toes there, Sam.
Yeah, watch it.
But my sister is a fucking baker as well. She knows what she's doing.
My mom doesn't make chocolate-covered Oreos.
My sister's she's got to get a real website because she could take over Long Island with the baking. I'm telling you. How good is that?
Oh, my God. It's heaven.
I don't even know what it is. It's like I know it's an Oreo cookie. Then it's like dipped in like dark chocolate, and then there's like a little
crucifix
on the top because it was for my son's baptism.
Oh,
baptism, right?
Christening.
When did they get baptized, or is that the same thing?
It's part of it, but
it's part of it.
Catholics christen and Baptists baptize.
Oh, okay. How good is that, Aunt?
Oh my God, that's so good.
That was the favors at the old baptism.
And it
baptism,
christening.
Christening.
Oh my God!
And it looks perfect, like it's symmetrical. Like there's no, it's not like she just dipped it in with her hand.
No, and then it's in a little plastic bag with a little blue ribbon representing the boy. It's got little confetti in the bag to go along with the treat.
There's a little metal charm on the bag.
Yes.
It's a onesie that says "baby" on it.
That's right.
It made it impossible for me to get. I had to breach the side of the bag.
You had to rip through it.
Yes, I couldn't take it.
Yeah, I didn't even talk about it, but my son was christened on Sunday in a church.
In a church?
That I'm a New York City transplant. I was telling people.
Oh, that's good.
I wish my kid got christened in maybe the church I used to go to, or the church my wife used to go to, but just a weird church in the middle of Manhattan that I have no real connection to. And the guy could barely speak English in the front of the place. And then he's shaking, and he's got bad breath.
What the fuck is that about?
My whole family's listening now, but now you get to hear the real story. I'm up there with my kid with a bunch of other families, and he's going through the pamphlet. It's a christening. There's supposed to be some connection with the big guy.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, how is there a connection with the big guy if he doesn't even know what the fuck he's doing in the front of the church?
God's pamphlet.
He's reading out of a pamphlet, and he's like, oh, no, not this. And he's trying to figure out where to go next.
Yeah.
And then I'm just smelling his horrendous breath. I don't know what he had before.
Oh, God.
Before the christening. And then he pulls out and then he pulls out
chlorine.
Then he pulls out a bottle of water because you got to christen the kid and get him all wet and get him screaming.
Yeah.
And he claims it's a bottle of water from the River Jordan. And
really?
I guess that's supposed to be really special because I guess not every christening gets that.
So they ship that over?
I think he might have been there and decided to get a few bottles. I don't know. Yeah. It looked kind of dirty.
That's kind of cool, though, you know.
Is it?
Well, for that kind of thing.
Because they say it's the same river of where the Jesus got his christening. Or
yeah.
But, I mean, that water's long gone.
Yeah, that water's been,
it's been washed in and out.
That's gone.
That's long
it's
gone.
not the same water. Right, so what is it?
I don't know.
What does it matter if... that really
when he held up this bottle with this label on it, this kind of like religious label on it, like the place went, ooh. Water from the River Jordan. Oh, and I'm sitting there.
It's the same water. No, it isn't.
I'm sitting there trying to make sense of this whole thing. Like, how is there a connection between this guy?
Yeah.
That maybe took a few classes, because I don't even think he was a priest.
And the Lord.
The
Lord Jesus.
And the Lord Jesus. And then in the back of the church, this church is one of those rare churches where they let the homeless in. So now there's commotion in the back because the homeless are trying to take naps and stuff.
Are you kidding me?
Not kidding.
This city is just weird.
And unfortunately, I was too busy to pull out my flip or a camera, but there was a lady in the back who had a afro, help me out, like this big.
Like how OJ and the Naked Gun in that scene where he had the big afro?
Exactly. I'm not even exaggerating. You see how big I'm making this fake afro on my head, right?
Giant.
It was that giant. And then it turns out it was a dude. But everyone thought it was a girl. And then people are talking that they think the dude is pulling tricks in the back of the church while my son's getting christened.
What the hell is going on in this Church of Satan?
I can't wait to go back. I don't want to do any of my funny business while I have my young son in the church.
Young son in the church.
But I'm going back because it seems like there's some weird shit going on in that church because the guy that's not the priest doesn't have a control of the situation.
Do a little expose.
So I think the homeless have decided they could take over this church and no one's going to kick them out.
Does the Archbishop know about this? Does the Vatican?
I have no idea, man. All I know is like there were guys, walking over to the Afro dude who we thought was an Afro chick.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't see anything going down. But
How close were they?
But there was some funny business going on. They were in like the back row.
So they're in the back row.
There were plenty of rows between the christening and the bums.
Lots of buffers.
A lot of right. So I'm going back because there's something going on there, man.
Expose it.
Yeah,
definitely. Expose the church because if there are people having sex in a church, I think you should expose. You should be the one that goes in and exposes that and turns those people in. That's just
wrong.
Abomination to Jesus.
Yeah, we don't know. Honestly, we don't know. But there was something very suspicious going on in the back of the church. I don't know. Maybe there's a little drug dealing going on.
A little could be some dealing.
I don't know, but they were coming and going.
Prostitution.
But we all thought it was a girl and somebody's kid. We had all the nephews and nieces there. Got a little too close. And my brother goes, sorry about that or whatever. And we thought it was a she at the time, goes, no problem. And that's when my brother's eyes got really big, like, holy shit, that's a dude. So, but anyway, the treats are from the baptism.
I believe it was a christening.
The christening?
Yes, christening.
So I did some godly stuff over the weekend, I guess.
Some godly.
I don't know.
Sounds like some was ungodly and some was godly.
I don't know.
Depending on where you were in the church.
But how is it that the guy reads from a pamphlet and then there's some spiritual connection with the God?
Shouldn't he have that down? Yeah.
Thank you. That's what I said.
Especially if he's the guy that bringing water from the River Jordan, he shouldn't have to read off a pamphlet.
Don't you think he should have that memorized?
Memorize it.
Like he's done a million of these things, and maybe he's got, like, if you're reading out of a pamphlet, how is that connected to the God thing?
Christenings, weddings, and funerals, they should have all that shit down.
Right.
Because they've done enough,
Right.
Confessions, well, it's different. It's all different every time.
And then could I go to the bathroom? He goes, yeah, the door behind the altar there. I'm like, really? All right. So I'm in the back.
No, just piss on the door like the homeless guys do.
But they don't have. I don't know if they have public bathrooms or maybe the homeless took that over already. So they gave up that area. So now I'm in the back of the church, right behind the altar, and in the back, I swear to you, there's a newspaper clipping of Madonna and her young daughter on a bulletin board. I don't know what the connection is to the church.
Oh man!
And then I saw a 40-pack of maxi pads. Swear to you.
Wait a minute.
And I could have taken that picture, and I should have, because I have no proof of this.
What is going on?
I don't know. Like this
is that for the homeless women, you think?
I have no idea.
It's like, I need me a maxi pad.
It was just a messy room right behind the altar. You take the door to the left, and you kind of go down this like very thin hallway that kind of wraps around the altar. And of course, I'm going to explore. I take my leak, and then I'm like, I have to explore a little. So I go a little further, and it's a really messy room that they barely use, obviously. But the bulletin board had a picture of Madonna, her daughter, and then in like a bin or something, there was I don't know if it was a 40-pack, but it was a big, huge fucking pack of maxi pads.
Maybe this guy really doesn't know about the religion, and he was told by his boss to put up a picture of the Madonna, and he's like, oh, I got you. No problem. I'll do one better. I'll put it her and her daughter.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then what kind of disease is my kid going to get? Because he got the water from the Jordan.
Water from the River Jordan.
Did they put it through some water filters?
Maybe the homeless guy's name was Jordan. That would really be bad if it was water from him.
That's the picture, or something similar to the one Danny just found. Yeah, that was in the paper, I don't know, a year or so ago, and they just had it on the bulletin board. And who checked this water?
Yeah.
Are you sure this was a real church?
Because the church actually was beautiful. I'm like, damn, they spent some money on this church instead of, taking care of the needy.
Wow.
Because that's what religions like to do.
She's just looking fantastic, that little lordess.
Yeah, I think she's only like 13 in that picture, by the way.
Yeah, she's getting...
but I can't argue with you, because she dresses like she's a lot older. So what are you supposed to do?
And a really nice hair. You can just tell she's going to be a good one.
Blossom.
Well, she's got the Latino in her, so...
And the Madonna, the slut. She got the slutty young Madonna in her.
Yeah. Her father was at Sirius XM the other day.
Oh, yeah?
People interview him. I don't know why, because I don't really know what he does. I think he's a trainer still or something.
She's getting tall, too.
Yeah. She's got those nice dark features, right?
Yeah.
Because Madonna's not a good-looking broad. She's figured out how to make herself good-looking over the years.
Yeah.
But all you have to do is take one look at her sisters and realize, oh, okay, you're supposed to look like that if you want a multi-millionaire.
I bet. Oh my God! Could you only imagine? She must have grown a giant bush at like 9, with Madonna's hair.
Oh, the kid,
and the Latina in her.
Well, she had a mustache by the time she was 11.
Oh, and the fucking eyebrows that met in the middle.
Right.
And
at least she's waxing that shit down.
Forget about it. That must have just been giant.
You think the water from the River Jordan's all right?
I don't know.
I hope he ran it through a filter.
Yeah, he got all his shots.
Yeah.
All right.
But, they're crapping in the River Jordan, aren't they? Having sex in the River Jordan?
There's shenanigans going on over there.
It's not as sacred as the Catholics like to think.
It's not like the river they pull that water for the Coors beer out of. Right. That looks nice and sparkling and cold. And
nice, cold,
Rocky Mountains.
He's not tapping the Rockies.
No, he's not tapping the Rockies. The River Jordan's pretty filthy.
But you couldn't put it through a filter because that would get all the Jesus off of it, too.
There's no Jesus filter.
There is. Yeah, the filter
I don't think it filters out
Jesus.
The Jesus.
Of course it does.
And
then you just throw the Lord away in that filter?
Exactly, the Britain thing.
I'm not a huge fan of the organized religion, but I figured, at least, put my son on the path and then let him decide.
Yeah.
Just in case there is something. I don't want the guilt of going, come on. And then there happens to be something and he never went down the path.
You got to do the prelims of the things that he can't do yet because he's just too young to decide on his own.
Right.
So you do the preliminaries, and then when they get old enough, they want to keep pursuing it, or if they want to change to something else or just say fuck everything.
I'm not saying
that's one thing. Yeah,
I'm not sure what I believe, but I know the organized religion is a little messed up. That I think they have caused a few problems over the years. That's where I'm at right now. But
was the water like brown or milky, or
it wasn't
did it have
good?
Dirt in it?
It wasn't good.
Sand?
It wasn't good.
No.
It was. It wasn't like obviously brown, but you could tell it was a little dirty. Ugh. And then my son is a bit on the older side for a baptism,
christening.
Ah, christening.
And a little old because I think you're supposed to do it when they're freshly baked. My kid's pushing 1 year old, but it made it a lot easier because my kid wasn't the one screaming and crying like the one that was up there ruining it for everybody.
Were you the only white baby? Were there other white babies there? Or was it just all pretty much Hispanic?
No, there was a Hispanic.
It was a melting pot?
It was a melting pot.
Little Asian kid?
No, not a little Asian kid. That's what I'm getting at.
Oh.
A 10-year-old Asian kid.
Wait, what?
Where the father, maybe not 10, but...
They're going to hog all the water.
Maybe not 10, but 8 with a full head of fucking hair. Because you got to get the head wet, right?
Yeah.
The father is struggling because you have to dip the...
He's got to hold an 8-year-old up and dip his head in?
Over the thing.
Yeah.
And then the priest spills the dirty
River
water
Jordan,
from
water.
Right. He's struggling. He's going to drop his 8-year-old because his 8-year-old weighs about 80 pounds, it looks like.
Holy mother of God. What were they thinking?
I don't know. That was a little weird because I think you either get christened around, I don't know, before you're 1, let's say, or 30.
Boy, they needed something really quick.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, something was going on like, christen this kid, do it now.
I don't even want to know.
I don't know.
So enjoy the cookie from my sister.
It was fantastic.
Who certainly could take on the cake boss and possibly Bobby.
I don't want to.
With her baking skills.
Don't start making challenges.
And I wish I could give an email or something because people probably need baked goods. I'm telling you, she's the best. She's fucking. How good was that?
That was fucking fantastic. To the point where I would eat 6 of those.
All right, there's more in that.
No, I'm not gonna. But I absolutely could just sit here and the 6th one would be just as good as the first.
Well, the next time you have a teen party, I'm sure she could put together some kind of nice teen favor.
They're
called favors.
A sleepover.
Yeah, maybe a little
sleepover.
Maybe little pajama cookies or something.
Yeah, because I got all the ingredients for
cookies.
like s'mores.
Yeah?
I got like the graham crackers and chocolate and marshmallows, and you know, you can make them in the fireplace.
Nice.
And oh, those are delicious.
How good are s'mores?
Oh, they're great.
Holy shit, I want some now.
They're fantastic. Little pajama parties.
Who would win baking battle between your sister and Mars's wife?
Oh,
I would kick Mars. My sister would kick Mars's wife's
Wow.
ass. No problem.
Destroy?
Yeah, destroy her.
Annihilate?
She would have a tough time with Bobby. She would kick Martha Stewart's ass easy. And also the Cake Bosses.
Wow.
Because the Cake Bosses, I've had some of his stuff.
Not
It
that
doesn't
good.
taste too good. Looks great. Doesn't taste too good. My sister knows how to make it look good, but also taste good.
It's all pizzazz.
Yeah, because they use that.
No substance.
They use
all
that
sizzle.
fake shit. What is it, Mars?
Fondant.
What?
Fondant.
Fondant. Fondant sucks a dick. It's horrible. But it's supposed to be edible.
really?
Well, that's what they use to make it really look nice. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like Play-Doh with sugar.
Yeah. All right, enough of that. So, stupid Islanders lost last night to the fucking Toronto Maple Leafs.
Whoops.
I'm not paying attention, though. I'm just... Anyway, PFG TV in.
PFG TV. Holy shit.
Me and Ann went old school, and we were texting back and forth all night long.
It was fantastic.
It really was. Someone tweeted me, man. I read every fucking tweet, and I appreciate the tweets, and I can't get back to everyone, but you guys are turning me on to some good shit. Guy tweets me and goes, dude, the latest version of PFG TV from our old friend Scorch that we used to work with many fucking years ago.
Scorch.
Up there at
He was
AF.
pizza, you were hamburgers.
Yeah, but now we're starting to understand that maybe, even though we don't like Dave Douglas, Dave might have been onto something.
I don't think it was.
I think officially we're going, you know what? He was onto something.
I actually texted last night. I said, this isn't pizza or hamburger. This is a giant shit sandwich.
Oh.
It was just so bad.
But he's like 3 seasons deep.
Dude, someone's got the maxi pads in the back of the church.
No.
In the back room of the church.
I was trying to figure it out myself.
I kind of was thinking this, and I didn't want to go there, but if someone else says it, then I'll be fine with this.
Okay.
Oh, yes, Danny, go ahead.
I hope I don't ruin this guy's joke. No, I didn't see this great. Is it just in case the Virgin Mary starts bleeding?
Oh, hey.
That's a good one, too.
That is good.
Joe the Trucker.
Little
It's a little
stigmata.
more obvious than that. Joe, go ahead.
My guess is that they had maxi pads in the back of the church for the young altar boys' buttholes.
Oh, you think the altar boys are wearing them?
I don't get any worse than
After
that.
some type of horrid abuses have gone on?
Now, this almost priest, I'll call him, he didn't look like he had it in him.
No, huh?
Nah.
Were they maxi pads or tampons?
No, they were maxi pads.
Maxi pads.
Yeah, they were maxi pads.
If they were tampons, I guess you could just use them as like a palm plug, right?
Yeah, if you stigmata. That's what I'm saying. Like, you could just plug up your feet and your hands if you...
And you're all set.
You're getting stigmata.
I just felt like I couldn't take out my camera. I was off the clock. But now I'm going back into that church,
Yeah, you
man.
gotta.
And I'm going to explore.
You gotta.
Because this guy obviously doesn't have control of this place.
Yeah.
The zombies/bums have taken over. They really have taken over. And there's some creepy like hallways and staircases that go downstairs, obviously. I meant to say down to a basement area. You can only imagine what's down there.
Oh.
And the church is like 300 years old, so.
I was going to ask, like, is it an old church?
Oh, yeah,
it's one of those creepy old churches?
I'm going to go explore.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, this guy don't care.
That's probably, you'll find some, like, Indiana Jones shit in there.
Imagine.
Like a fucking secret wall.
Imagine.
And bugs and skeletons with their mouths open.
Imagine.
Yeah.
So PFG TV, yeah. This
PFG.
guy tweets me and says that Scorch had this comedian on that bombed horribly.
Wait, which one was the comedian? Because, wow.
And he goes, it's 36 minutes into his latest PFG TV. I go, why fast forward 36 minutes when you can watch the entire show?
Yeah, why would you sift through gold to get to just another gold nugget?
I mean, Scorch is the only show where you don't even fast forward through the commercials because they're Scorch sponsor breaks.
Oh, that's what he calls them. Thank you. We're trying to remember. And for
sponsor break, and the camera goes in and out on him. He's like, whoa, sponsor break.
It's like Wayne's World in 2011.
Yeah, great.
For the people that don't know, me and Ant, like I said, we worked with Scorch for maybe, I don't even know, less than a year at AF.
That's all it was?
He's an old school rock DJ, and now he's got like this TV show, sort of. I think he I think he pays for the TV show.
He buys time like an infomercial.
That's correct.
On a local channel.
One of the My networks in New Hampshire.
Right. And then I guess he goes into some studio that is supplied.
It's got to be some kind of local access studio.
Yeah, local access studio, because there are TV screens and stuff.
Yeah, the place looks great.
And he has facilities, I guess, for editing and things like that.
Right. And his look is bizarre, because I was telling Ann, he's a guy that doesn't have to be bald, but decides I look better bald.
Yeah.
And then, so he's completely bald, shaved right down to the skin, and then grows that weird beard where the beard just starts, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, the sideburns.
It's not attached to anything.
It goes from sideburns to beard, and then just stops at the top of the sideburns because he shaves his head.
And if that's not good enough, then he's decided he wants to bring back the turtleneck.
Oh, he loves turtlenecks and
He wants to
sweaters.
bring it back for the young people.
Yeah,
because we learned the old people, like Tom Brokaw had one on the other day on TV, and Ant said it. It's to cover up the fucking turkey neck.
Gobble neck.
I didn't know that. That's why the older guys wear the turtlenecks.
He's sporting a fucking Crazy Eddie look, because he's got the turtleneck, but then he wears this blazer over it, and it's a bizarre look.
You ask him, though, and there is nobody who dresses as well as he does, if you ask him.
Now, I didn't look close enough. Would there have been dog hair?
Certainly.
And dog urine smell all over those clothes?
Well, it wasn't smell-o-vision, but I think that was the rumor back at the old station.
One of these days, because we own this channel here, we have to play audio of an entire show, because we were going back and forth like
it was just
Mystery Science Theater there, just fucking laughing our asses off and texting each other, because it's hard to explain, because it's nothing over the top funny, but when you understand Scorch's mindset, it makes it one of the funniest things you could watch.
Yeah, it sounds like a good 10 o'clock hour activity. At
oh
some
my
point.
God, yeah. He thought for sure that he was Johnny Carson.
Right, yeah.
Reincarnated.
Thinks.
Yeah.
Well, I told Ed he has the confidence of Mick Jagger, with none of the skills whatsoever.
Yeah.
But
he is a confident man.
But he knows how to broadcast, so he's not stumbling around. He actually knows what he's doing. He knows how to put a TV show together or a radio show together, but there's no substance
But
to
he's
it.
presenting nothing.
Right.
And most of the things was him plugging stuff
that was going to happen on his show.
That was going to happen, and doing live reads.
Instead of doing it. Like, it took 12 minutes to actually do something on his own TV show, because he was too busy promoting what he was going to do.
Yeah.
And then he did what is it called again? The Scorch sponsor break.
Scorch sponsor break.
Where he talks about his unbelievable sponsors for 10 minutes. One of his unbelievable sponsors, I was telling Anthony, and he was bragging about it, is a company that takes your old shitty laptop, puts it back together, and then sells it for $99. And then he's bragging that he's got one of these laptops. And I told Ed, this laptop looks like it's from like 1998. There's no reason to brag about it.
I love reading on my monochrome screen. And then he's doing commercials for eating place to eat restaurants and whatnot. And what was another one he did?
Well, he did the bar.
Oh, the photo place.
Oh, the photo
hysterical.
place. He's bragging about this sponsor that's a photo place, and bragging how this woman that owns the place takes pictures with a cell phone, and they look great. So the photo place doesn't even have like actual cameras.
It looks great. She takes it with the cell phone. It looks fantastic.
It looks just amazing. That's why you have to go there. It looks amazing. It's like, what are you talking about?
I'm going to be
I have a cell phone.
Locked in my dog cage for pause.
Right.
What is it? Pause for
the cause.
Pause for the cause. Boy, does he love to rhyme things.
He does. He loves rhyming things. He's all about branding.
He was rhyming.
Which goes back, like
I gotta see what he
knows
rhyming.
how to put shit together.
Yeah.
And then he's, what was the other fucking thing I wanted to say? And then he's talking about his pub crawl. He wanted to promote his pub crawl.
Oh, yeah, the pub crawl.
And then he wanted to show all the places they're doing the pub crawl. It was 2 bars. Did anyone else pick up on that?
The pub crawl.
2 fucking bars for a pub crawl.
2 bars for the pub crawl. I got, what was he, he rhymed something, and it was
you might have
so.
run me on that. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I'm looking for it because it was a typical. Oh, God.
Let's see.
One guy that looked like Joey Buttafuoco.
Oh, Scorch rhymes everything. Did we ever? Oh, okay. Inflation. disintegration?
Yeah, inflation. They practice inflation disintegration.
Right.
Inflation disintegration.
And then he has a comic on.
Oh,
and that's why we're playing this today. And the comic, I know the guy's trying, and he's probably doing well locally. I don't know.
I can't imagine that he is.
But
I'm in Boston.
But the fact is, he had a horrendous set, and Scorch is laughing in the background, and then Scorch now believes he's Johnny Carson, and now has to invite the guy back to the couch to have a little chat.
Like, that's only because he liked him.
Yeah, that was Scorch's way to show approval. Like, I'm gonna bring him to the couch.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it was Scorch's way of just filling up more time.
Oh no, he's already done.
Right. Anybody would have. He would have pulled over anyone on the couch.
Yeah.
But Johnny used to do that. Like, sometimes a comic, he would just wave, thank you, and they'd go behind the curtain and they were gone. And sometimes they were so funny and Johnny was laughing so hard, he'd be like, yeah, why don't you come over here and take a seat? And people would be, that was the, oh my God, he just made another star.
Yeah.
Johnny Carson just created another star in that split second. Scorch was thinking that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
He actually said, why don't you sit down and relax?
Yeah.
Like, sit down and relax here on the couch.
And I want to know where he gets the crowd from. Ant brought it up last night that he pumps up.
The beginning.
He adds sound to the crowd.
Sound effects. He puts like crowd sound effects at the beginning of his show
to make it look like holy shit.
I said it was like fucking 1977. The Who coming out for an encore.
Yeah. But then throughout the show, you can tell there's not nearly.
Yeah, because like throughout the show, when he gets a little applause break, it's just kind of.
And the crowd sounds like they don't want to be there.
Well, he gets free pizza.
Is that it?
If you go to his TV show.
I told Ann, it sounds like they're either being held hostage or it's like, I don't even know if he is into this stuff, but it sounds like maybe it's his drug dealers or something. Like they don't want to be there.
I love
where does he get his crowd from? Well, are they sort of friends?
He didn't need the visual picture of Scorch's nippies. Yeah.
Okay. Now, of course, show of hands. Did anybody on TV see that? Trust me, the hands were up. Although they say that now, but you know what? They're going to be emailing me later on saying, "Scorch, you got those pictures of those nips? We want to see them." Anyhow, you all know Nick Carpinelli, right? Give it up for Nick, the man on the couch.
The man on the couch.
That's Nick Carpinelli.
He is flying.
You know?
What?
It's supposed to be, okay, yesterday was like 50 degrees. It was nice. It was beautiful out.
Yeah.
Today it was freezing.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's supposed to be 50 again.
Yeah.
And then through the rest of the week, it's supposed to be above average temperatures. So we're going to have a lot of melting. And I'm kind of concerned about those in the low-lying areas.
Oh, nice.
Because there's
there's a lot of low-lying areas.
There are a ton of low-lying areas.
Plus, a lot of our listeners during the week, they live in gutters. So
nice
make
one,
sure,
What I'm talking about. I don't want the
make sure
audience to get
if
washed
you're
away.
living in a gutter, cover yourself up nicely because you don't want to get wet and catch pneumonia. You know what I mean? Bad enough we're all going
it's
to be
a
sick
silent
next week.
P.
Yeah.
We'll all be out
Scorch.
sick. We'll have
Just
Nick
Scorch
hosting the
being
show
Scorch.
again.
All
But
his
I'll give you
computer's
plenty
now
of notice
covered
next
with
time.
plugs and
Anyhow, what a show
stickers.
today. I'm really psyched to have Dylan back on the show. Dylan Thompson's here. He's from the Children's Tumor Foundation. And he is...
You can't intro a cancer kid by saying, I'm really psyched that Dylan's back.
That he's back. He's not dead yet. I'm really excited about it.
You save that for a comic or someone with like some kind of special skill. I'm really excited.
That's his credit. Like, we're really excited to have Dylan here. He has cancer.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dan. Could you go back slightly? Listen how he talks about the cancer kid. Really excited.
Could be the worst name for a foundation ever.
Yeah, because there's
a lot of low-lying areas.
There are a ton of low-lying areas.
Plus, a lot of our listeners during the week, they live in gutters. So just make sure.
What I'm talking about. I don't want
Make
the
sure
audience to
if
wash
you're
away.
living in a gutter, cover yourself up nicely because you don't want to get wet and catch pneummonia. You know what I mean? Bad enough we're all going to be
Did you
sick
do that on
next week.
purpose?
Oh, yeah, he did.
We'll all be out
being
sick.
cute. You never know
Nick
with Scorch.
hosting the show again, but I'll give you plenty of notice next time.
Sweet, that'd be good.
Anyhow, what a show today. I'm really psyched to have Dylan back on the show. Dylan Thompson's here. He's from the Children's Tumor Foundation. And
Children's Tumor Foundation.
I'm hoping I get this right. Neurofibromatosis or something. Is that it? Neurofibromatosis? Yeah. Wow.
He's laughing and they're applauding.
He's making
Yeah, my mother always did, so that's why she married one. I don't get that. Anyhow, we're going to talk to Dylan. This is his second trip on, and I'm looking forward to speaking to him. Really cool young kid, and he's a she's sharp as a tack. Last time we had a foot smelling contest on the set, so I don't know what's going to happen this time, but I'm going to leave it up to him.
He's a really smart kid. He can smell feet.
The winner of the Laugh Riot, the Comedy Fest, it's Josh Condelman is here today as well. Give it up for Josh.
I hate to see the
We're going to
losers.
talk to him about winning his comedy things. Also today, we have got the Scorch's PFG TV CD review. We're going to be reviewing Press Fist CD.
Danny, can you pause that? the CD review, me and Ed were talking about this too. He picks a CD and he describes the track for 2 minutes and then plays 30 seconds of the track.
Yeah, that's it.
And then that's not good enough. Then he has to do it again for another track.
Right.
And do you think
it's like it starts off with a great instrumental, and then it sounds kind of like Tool.
He goes, it gets a little toolish,
and make sure you listen to the lyrics. And
do you think he's not getting these local bands to pay him to do that?
Oh boy,
he is looking around every corner.
Oh no,
I don't know for a fact, but it does fit.
What he's putting in his back pocket.
It does fit Scorch's MO to collect money and not to tell people about it who work for him. I mean, his co-host / sidekick was so pissed at him when he left Syracuse. So pissed.
He just took off on it, right? Yeah.
For 3 months. He was like, "Don't worry, Paulie, I'm sending out our tapes. Don't send out any tapes.
Don't send out any tapes now. I got this well in hand."
And then Paulie would go to the bathroom and he'd be like, "Sammy, don't tell Paulie, but I'm going to be up in New Hampshire in 3 months."
Why would he not let Paulie try to get some?
And then the day before Scorch's last show, I got a call from Paulie, and I knew the next day was his last show, but Paulie didn't. I was like, "Hello?" And he goes, "Sam?" I go, "Yeah." He's like, "Come on, we're going out drinking."
Oh, shit.
Because he had just found out that it was Scorch's last show.
Scorch's last show.
And he had just not told Paulie.
You're not along for the ride. But Scorch has got to go solo.
But you're a shitty friend. You're not going to go drinking with a guy that just got fired.
Well, I mean,
that's the thing you're supposed to do. What did you drink when poor Paulie there was drowning his sorrows?
Well, I mean, I would have Coca-Colas until the calorie count got a little high, then you switched to seltzer.
Great, while he's like, "Fuck Scorch, man. Fuck his Scorch."
And then he asked me, he was like, "Did he tell you?" And I had to be like, "Yeah, dude."
Oh, shit, you had to fess up?
I knew that was coming.
All right,
yeah.
Let's get back to this. This is the big intro for PFG TV. Then we're going to play the comedian. And
oh, yeah.
I don't know. We're trying to give this justice because you got to understand this.
It's
one day it'll all come together for the listeners because
it's horrid.
It's just
Scorch will have a national show one day, and that's when it'll all.
Well, that's what he told us
yeah.
last night. He goes, "Eventually, I'm going to pay you guys," meaning the crowd,
right?
Because the show's going to get so big, he's going to actually pay the people.
To pay the crowd.
And I'm thinking Oprah doesn't even pay her fucking crowd.
Letterman doesn't.
I think she's kind of big.
Occasionally. She does give out cars.
Yeah.
Favorite thing.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Scorch's favorite thing.
You get a slice of pizza. You get a slice of pizza. You get a slice of pizza. All right, I'm out of pizza. Anyone got a couple of bucks? We'll send someone out for some pizza.
He takes money from the audience. Right.
Oh, yeah.
The pizza never comes in.
Maybe the audience can chip in.
Yeah.
And you get a laptop. Oh, $99 laptop. That's all I got. One.
Oops, one. Maybe you can share. I don't know.
And I'm having trouble booting it up.
I don't get that.
I don't get that. Scorch.
All right, let's hit this again there.
Yeah, what's the name of that band again that's on here tonight? I love them. I'm so glad to have them back. They have a new disc. We're going to be talking about that. 5 Point is back in the house tonight.
Look at him. He's just...
So we have a lot of stuff going on.
Letterman.
Why don't we get into things with the segment that we call Weird News?
I forgot about weird news.
Okay, for starters, police in Madison Heights, Michigan. See, you learn something new every day on Scorch's PFG TV. Who would have known,
every day.
other than Dylan, of course, that there is a Madison Heights, Michigan?
Weird news.
They thought they'd never find the person that robbed several banks.
Madison Heights, Michigan.
Did you know
Gives
that?
a fuck.
Did you know?
You learned something new.
Did you know there was a Madison Heights, Michigan?
If it said like Manhattan, Michigan, or New York, Michigan.
But the question is, did you know there was a Madison Heights, Michigan?
No.
Do you know now?
No, I already forgot.
If there is, you should
but
be
you
thanking
learned
Scorch.
it from Scorch.
Well, thank you, Scorch.
Yeah, we teach here.
And what does he say? That we stole bits from him?
Yeah, he said
or we share bits.
He said
what?
you guys and him kind of go back and forth with the bits. He takes a little from you. You take a little from him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, what did he give us?
Feels for meals.
Feels for meals, he says. Yeah, really?
I mean, it does rhyme.
The beauty is he has no fucking idea that we mock him.
And you guys took douche dressing.
He has no idea we
did
mock
take
him.
douche dressing.
Well, I guess we did take that one, sure.
Because
who
we
wouldn't? No, we took it by making fun of it one day. But in his mind, that means we are doing his bit.
They appreciate a good bit.
All right, back to the
weird news.
Weird news.
It's like Weird Science.
Yeah, take a fucking 30-year-old movie theme.
You learn something new every day on Scorch's PFG TV. Who would have known, other than Dylan, of course, that there is a Madison Heights, Michigan? They thought they'd never find the person that robbed several banks lately because of the wrestling mask the person wore when they robbed the banks. They thought they wouldn't be able to find that person, but they did. How? You're asking yourself right now. You're saying how?
No.
About a block away from the last bank the person robbed, they found the mask laying on the street. Wrapped in the mask was some of the money and the gun. So at that point, police figured out it must have been a man and not a woman. Of course, that made it easy, or it made it easy because inside the mask was the guy's driver's license with his current address.
That's weird.
He's in trouble.
I like the punchline at the end.
Folks in Windsor,
He's in
Ontario.
trouble.
Beautiful, beautiful part of the world, Windsor, Ontario. I was offered
Once offered a job.
I was offered a job at CIMX in Windsor, Ontario.
I really,
great alternative.
of course he
rock
was.
radio station. Not as good as our radio station, Rock 101, www.rock101fm.com.
Holy mother.
Now, Jessica, who's our announcer, has commercial-free middays starting in just a couple of days. They're not too happy, the Windsor, Ontario folks. 80-year-old Jim Masson bought the rights to have parts of a baseball park named after him. Have you heard the story yet?
No, I
Has
haven't.
anybody heard about
Why
the story?
would we have heard?
He donated 55 grand to get the scoreboard clock named after him. Normally, that would be a good thing. 55 grand, name the clock. In this case, it's not. Because it turns out Mr. Masson is a convicted sex offender. Involving 3 men he apparently did inappropriate things. He apparently did inappropriate things with. And that's why they do have background checks to check people's background, you know what I mean?
Oh, God.
I know what you mean.
It's amazing. I heard this guy's favorite tune is Take Me Out to the Ball Game. So,
Listen to them laugh. What do you think? It's a laugh track?
thank you. And finally, a man, this is a great one, too. A man broke into a business in the Florida Keys.
Making it seem like the other two were great.
It's always better when there's a laugh track and then you can hear the audience booing behind the laugh
track. The guy was
track.
distracted watching porn on one of the company computers. Remember when Doc went into the radio studio the other day and you were looking at porn?
Yeah.
What Doc was doing in the building in the overnights, I don't know, but that's okay. Not only was he looking at porn on the company computers, but his pants were down and he was what we call taking care of business.
Oh.
Taking care of business. Now he's facing burglary charges, break and entering charges as well. So these guys get some.
I'm hypnotized.
Key holders.
Yeah, it's a great show.
And I guess you can say the cops caught this guy. You've heard of getting caught red-handed. This guy was caught red-glended. And that, my friends, is today's installment of Weird News.
He wrote that joke down.
You know, I was just thinking, well, you guys
5 point. We're gonna have
you guys
Jessica
were saying
tell
that he, says, "Did you hear about this one? Did you hear about this one?" For a second, I said to myself, he probably watches Leno and Letterman and takes notes, but that's not what Scorch does. Scorch watches Leno and Letterman with people, and he goes, and he says in all seriousness, and he starts criticizing what they do. We're actually a better show than this show.
Oh, really?
I'm sure of it. We're actually a better show. I heard that monologue. Weird News is actually better than that monologue.
Weird News, and we got the theme song. Weird News.
We have segments and stuff. We're actually a better show than this show.
and I throw up my little jokes after reading the weird news.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's taking a little song. Taking care of business.
Red-glanded. Get it?
and then he moves on to a local band and interviews them.
And the local band is all like middle-aged guys.
Middle-aged. They are
I said,
fucking...
hey, one of the guys got to be a grandfather. And they're still trying to make it.
One guy was wearing a shirt that said The Rat on it because, you know, the Rat from Boston that has been closed for how long?
I don't even know.
Hey, don't mention the competition.
And I know, hey, wait a minute.
I think it closed like the first year we were up in Boston.
Yeah.
So 95, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and I know this guy probably played the grand opening of the place. He was a grandfather.
Right.
Retro.
And then the lead singer looks like just a regular guy.
He looked like every guy I saw on every job site, a steam fitter, a plumber.
Right. Doesn't look like he should be in a rock band.
Not a rocker.
And then you got a guy that's sort of trying to look hip, but he doesn't look hip. And then they say that they're drummers from Godsmack. And Scorch doesn't call him out on it.
No.
We kind of know Godsmack.
Why would Scorch call him out?
Well, Scorch likes
that guy
that.
never was. Maybe he was in Godsmack one day because
Scorch
somebody
loves
was sick.
embellishment of people's achievements, especially himself.
Right. Scorch likes the idea of people watching his show and thinking the drummer from Godsmack is on his couch.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it was just sad because the band is talking about how they're making another CD and they're hoping to make it
They're
someday.
gonna make it.
And
Make
then
it.
Later on in the show, they played like a 10-minute song that was like kind of Spinal Tap-ish slash any kind of band you'll see locally.
That's what, as you put it, it was Spinal Tap meets any shitty local band.
Right.
And
it was
that's
like
what
an opus. It turned into some opus where the regular guy that you've seen a million times on the job site was trying to show the world that he has a tortured soul as he's singing
and stuff. Yeah, man.
Well, Scorch has seen people come from nothing and become world famous. Do you guys know? He told me this. So I wish he was in here today. He got Triple H into pro wrestling.
You know what? I was going to ask Triple H that Friday.
Oh, my God.
And then William H. Macy showed up a little early. And
I got him into acting. Yeah. That was me.
Yeah,
but that's when Scorch was Vito Carlucci.
Yeah, he said that he brought Triple H into the wrestling.
And China.
And China, too, huh?
Yeah, both of them.
Anyway.
He sure does embellish.
Finally, we get to the point why we're talking about PFG TV today, thanks to that guy that tweeted me. So he had this comedian on. So you got to hear this comedian. You just got it. It's just
not bad. Not bad.
Here's Scorch introducing the comedian.
This is comedian Josh Kondelman on Scorch's PFG TV.
Yeah, Scorch PFG TV.
Branding.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scorch.
Thank you.
It's good to be here with someone else who is bald and whose name is a verb. So that's very exciting. Thank you.
Nothing.
Well, something. There was one laugh I heard.
Yes, Scorch laughs through this whole thing, by the way. Just listen to because this guy...
Because it's his reputation.
Yeah.
He's got to have a funny comic on his late-night TV show.
On my late-night show, I got to have a comic, I got to have a band, I got to do everything.
And in Scorch's head, if the audience hears Scorch laughing, they'll think it's funny.
Right.
Because whatever Scorch says is, gospel.
But this guy... Now, mind you, there are... albeit a few, but there are people in this room. Mm-hmm. They give this comic nothing.
Nothing at all.
And he deserves nothing.
And the comic is feeling it.
Oh, yeah. He's awful.
I guess he's a teacher when he's not doing stand-up.
Yeah. Really?
And he might be.
He seems
we don't know, though.
He seems a little light in the loafers.
We're not sure.
From listening to him.
Yeah.
But that's important because Scorch doesn't really pick up on the fact that he might be. And
he Regis Philbins this thing.
Oh, he totally does.
And ask him a heterosexual type question. But we don't know for sure.
We don't know. Who does
we really
know?
Don't. But here's more of Josh.
I just know that if I ever adopted a child, I'd have no idea how to break the news to him. I'd probably have to go to Barnes & Noble and get a book called How to Tell Your Son He's Adopted. Then just leave it on the counter till he found it on his own.
That's a joke? Oh, boy, this is great.
Good one, buddy.
You're a PFG comic. I'll tell you that.
Pretty effing great.
Yes, pretty fucking great.
I'm very open-minded, right? Try to love all sorts of people. That's one of my messages, right? So I try to instill in the kids. That's what I try to say on stage. Love all sorts of people. Here's the way I'm open-minded, everyone. I love lesbians, and not just for their work on film. true. Thank you. I hope. Thank you. I hope I have a lesbian daughter. Not out there in the world now. Goodness, no. But when I have a daughter on purpose, I hope that she is the lesbian kind. Because I feel like it would really cut the sex talk down to a more manageable length. Lesbian daughter, right? We can all agree. Teen pregnancy, pretty much off the table.
Teen pregnancy!
So it'd be kind of a one-sentence discussion, just like, hey, honey, have fun out there. You're living the dream. Make daddy proud.
Holy fuck!
I'll tell you guys this before I scoot. There's a story about the cutest kid in my class, and you're not supposed to pick a favorite, but some of those little jerks make it so easy to narrow it down, which I think is ethical. Cutest kid, smallest kid, only 3.5. All the other kids are 4, 4.5, 5, and he's got a very thick Mexican accent, which is very charming. So he comes up to me the day before Halloween, and he says to me, Yosh. Because that's how you say Josh with a very thick Mexican accent. The J's become Y's. And I don't quibble because I like the arrangement the Mexican people and I have with burritos, and I don't want to jeopardize that in any way. So he says, Yosh. Burritos. And I say, Jess?
I know what that means.
He goes, I am going to be Batman. And I go, oh, you mean like when you grow up? And he goes, Jesus Cristo, no. I mean like right now.
Spanish.
I am Bruce Wayne. But later, when they put on my outfit, and then I am Batman. I was like, oh, that's adorable. So the next day is Halloween. He comes in. He's wearing his Batman outfit, just flexing, happy as a clam or a bat or whatever, till the middle of the day where I just see him crouched by himself looking sad. And I go, what's wrong, dude? And he stands up, and I can see that he'd wet his pants. And I go, oh, no, buddy. Did Batman have a little accident? And he goes, Jesus Cristo, no. Bruce Wayne peed in my outfit. Thank you guys very much. It was a real pleasure. Thank you guys.
Oh, that was great. Have a seat, man. Relax. Very cool.
There it is. The invite over to the couch by Scorch right there.
New Hampshire has a new star.
Man, relax.
We're almost done with this, but people are confused. This is a guy we used to work with up there in Boston because they're just tuning in, Scorch, and now he does a TV show that is so bad. He has a lot of confidence.
Oh yeah,
but he has no awareness of himself.
It's on in New Hampshire, and it is also on in Syracuse.
Right. Oh, but he pays for his own TV show, but he does. But he makes it sound like he was recruited to do TV now.
Oh yeah, like he was called up.
And what you just heard was a comic bombing, and then Scorch, because now he wants to play the Johnny Carson role. He's inviting him to sit down on the couch. Because that's what Johnny used to do.
I'm a star maker. I'm a star maker.
You guys should be careful as far as how much you like this, because yesterday in the mail, I just got the entire month of January.
Dude.
Of PFG TV
I'm not even joking, kid.
What?
Burn me a copy.
Holy shit.
I have to watch every show now.
I have a source up there.
Actually, just burn it.
Just set it on fire.
Burning a copy, just burn it. I need a copy.
I'll burn some copies.
That. Wow.
All right, and here's Scorch asking the guy that might be a little light in the loafers.
Yeah, yeah.
This is what he asked the comic.
Did you, and be honest about this, because Lord knows I have. Do you ever look at one of the kids' parents and go, damn? Do you ever see a MILF?
Oh, do you ever see a MILF? No comment? Can I go no comment? But like, no comment?
Oh,
know?
Okay. Yeah,
see, get it? No comment. See. Scorch couldn't pick up on the fact that lisp and talk that he has, and the way
that out of nowhere he brought up a joke about adopting a child.
Yeah, adopting a child, not having a child.
Right.
Loving everyone, open-mindedness.
Open-mindedness, open-acidness.
Not that we know one way or the other.
You should ask them about filths.
Yeah.
Not milfs.
Filth.
A filth.
Yeah, what are you into, filths? Dilfs?
Yeah. All right, we're just about done. But Scorch talked to little Dylan. He was very excited that Dylan was back on his show.
Well, yeah, Dylan was in promoting cancer,
which is obviously horrible. But
yes, but Scorch made it like...
There's a way to deal with cancer kids to try to keep it light but get the message out there. And I think Scorch missed that opportunity here.
Dylan. This is our pal Dylan Thompson on Scorch's PFG TV. Dylan! Thank you, Dylan Thompson, man. Dylan! Hey, man, thank you. Thank you, man. So what's going on, Dylan? What's happening, bro? You don't want to talk to me, huh? He's gonna be one of those ones again. Somebody's got to talk. So, Don, talk to us about Dylan. What's up with him? What's going on?
Dylan has neurofibromatosis.
Oh, I did get that right.
Yeah, I don't care what he has, but I pronounced it right. I think.
He's patting himself on the back. Ooh, I got it right.
Oh,
you know how horrific that is, Scorch? Any clue?
This is one of the lighthearted segments.
Right. Any clue how horrific this disease is?
Hey, so what's up, Dylan?
I'm dying.
All right, yeah.
PFG.
So was that comic? Did you see his act?
Fibromatosis.
Oh, I did get that right.
Causes tumors to grow anywhere, anytime, and there's no predictable course and there is no cure. So the Children's Tumor Foundation uses the donations for research and for family support.
For family support, the Tumor. Yeah, the Tumor Foundation.
And you're right. The worst name for a foundation.
The Tumor Foundation.
No, the Tumor.
Children's Tumor Foundation.
Children's Tumor Foundation.
The Children's Tumor Foundation.
But Scorch is also using the moment when she says that this young child grows tumors randomly every place throughout his body and there is no cure, to giggle with the little kid as he's playing, you know.
Yeah.
You just hear him giggling. He's not paying attention to that point. You don't care.
And then there was something in
I'm playing whack-a-tumor on the kid. One pops up, I hit it down. Another one pops up, I whack that one down.
And then he used that opportunity to snore, it sounded like.
Making noises and stuff.
Yeah, you're boring me.
And then finally, the TV show ends. And,
mercifully.
He's kind of doing, now he's decided he's got to do the SNL thing and have everybody that was part of the show on stage as he closes the show.
That's the big
He's borrowing from a lot of different shows.
Oh, he certainly is.
But he's watching SNL go, our ending is a little better than that, I think.
Our ending's better because we actually talk a little more and, interact with the people.
Little personality. People like that.
So, I'll be honest, the last hour of our show was a complete waste of time.
What?
And we should have just played this one clip I'm about to play.
Oh, jeez.
So hopefully you're still listening. Scorch decides he needs Dylan, cancer kid, on his shoulders.
Tumor kid.
As he closes PFG TV. Yeah, tumor kid.
Right.
You know, where tumors pop up.
Tumors grow on him.
Throughout his entire body.
And there's no cure.
Right.
And Scorch, being extremely clueless, says this.
Okay, all of a sudden I got like this growth on my neck. I'm like, what the hell is this? That's my pal Dylan. Anyhow,
Dylan that grows tumors.
He had him on his shoulders. At the end, he had him on his shoulders with the rest of the crew. They're all around waving and everything. And Scorch is talking, and he's got the tumor kid on his neck, and he says, all of a sudden I feel like I have a growth on my neck.
Okay, all of a sudden I got like this growth on my neck. I'm like, what the hell is this? That's my pal Dylan. Anyhow,
it's my pal Dylan.
Unfortunately for Dylan can't say that.
No.
Dylan's growth is tumors.
It's true.
Scorch.
He called the tumor kid a tumor.
Yeah, and there's no cure for it. And they pop up anyway.
He's a little kid.
But let's have
little
fun.
Kid too.
Let's have fun with it, even though we don't even know we're having fun with it.
Oh, that's Scorch. Wow.
Why did everybody look so surprised?
What's the problem?
Who said what now?
I don't get it. I like what he says.
I don't get that.
I don't get that. I don't get that.
Because it wasn't a joke.
Yeah, no one else did either.
He's trying to be ironic.
He's great.
And humorless.
Yeah, that's good. It's a segment I like to call Tumor Humor. Tumor Humor.
He likes to rhyme.
Tumor Humor. Tumor Humor.
I mean, this is the same guy who pretended on the radio that this day is the anniversary of the Jungle Gym, because he found a list of top 10 people named Jim that he wanted to do so badly and needed a reason.
We're gonna play a game. It's called Pants or Cancer. I'm wearing pants or do I have tumors on my leg? Pants or cancer?
Call up now. Ooh, looky, Miss Cookie.
looky, Miss Cookie.
That's what he said when the phone rang, right?
Yeah. No, when all three phone lines were ringing.
He got excited.
That meant all three of our phone lines were full.
And then he had a full house.
Yeah, 3 people were calling.
3 people, all 3 phone lines lit.
Looky, Miss Cookie. Brain cell stimulator work today. Yes, a trivia question called the brain cell stimulator.
Brain cell stimulator.
I could learn from him. Did you ever see him mad?
No, but he also, I mean, he lied to himself, so it's like,
yeah.
You know, you have to live in a shroud of.
Does he make money?
No.
Like, how does he live?
Well, he makes enough money to get by.
Yeah, how does he do
this? Is he just
this?
renting?
No, he makes like a low annual income, and then he tricks people into giving him money on the side for stuff.
Really?
Like sponsors and stuff. He just pockets all that, I'm sure.
He's just wheeling and dealing?
Yeah. At one point, oh my God, we were in Syracuse. He was the morning guy in Syracuse on Rock 105, The Dog. And between talk breaks during the songs, he goes, "Yeah, I got a pretty sweet deal. I got a friend over at a Mexican restaurant. He's going to let me work in the kitchen off the books."
Off the books.
So that's what he was going to do in the afternoons, work in a Mexican restaurant in the kitchen.
That's how I roll.
Where do you guys work in the afternoons?
That's how I roll.
Do you guys work at a restaurant?
Restaurant in the afternoons. That's what my second half of my day.
I'd rather not say, because I don't want to be, made fun of by the listeners.
He was a cashier at a tattoo parlor for a while. While he was, a big radio disc jockey.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
What do you want, a tattoo piercing?
I know we haven't done this justice, but we're going to keep trying, because when you finally understand this whole Scorch world, I mean, it's just some of the most amazing stuff to follow.
It really is amazing.
Scorch is the definition of long form. Like, you got to stick in there for a while, but when you get it, he's the David Brent of radio.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, the David Brent of radio, yeah.
Yeah.
He really thinks.
100%.
Yeah,
like he should be behind that desk on TV crying, but he has no idea.
He's like listening to his tapes. He's like, I'm hilarious.
He's making no money. He thinks at any moment he's going to get the big fucking gig.
Yep.
He thinks he's Johnny Carson when the comics come on.
Right.
Wow.
He thinks he's like Carson Daly interviewing bands.
And then
he does the SNL thing at the end.
Yeah.
And then he's doing punchline jokes like Leno and fucking Letterman.
He's got that sharp, that wit, that he could just improv. He could throw shit out. He started doing weird news, and then he's got lines for the story.
Yeah, and then he could break it down and go serious when he talks to Tumor Kid.
Yeah, right. Then he could do a serious segment, but still keep it light enough where
so people aren't uncomfortable.
Doesn't get maudlin.
But he's making everyone extremely uncomfortable, and not in a good way.
He can't pull any of those things off that we've just mentioned.
He is the host of the Afternoon Lumpa Nation.
What?
That's what they call it. Rock 101 in Manchester calls their fans the Lumpa Nation. That's why he had to stop.
Manch Vegas?
Manch Vegas. That's why he had to stop doing Naked Militia, because the station had already branded their fans are the Lumpa Nation.
Why Lumpa?
I don't know what it means.
It's like Oompa Loompa?
I have no idea what it means.
Well, when we used to work with him at AF, it was the Kingdom of Nakedness, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then it was...
Wait, was it nude radio? Wait, what? Naked radio? How did he say?
Totally nude radio.
Totally nude radio.
Totally nude radio.
The Kingdom of Nakedness. And I remember something else that happened, because he came on after us, and then we would do production, we'd be around the station, we'd come in and say hi to Scorch, Back then we were extremely motivated. And then all of a sudden, he gives the illusion that he's naked doing his radio show. So then if you come in to say hi, he's like, "Oh, Opie and Anthony here, and they're nude too." I'm like, "No, Scorch, we're not nude.
They're all naked.
We're not hanging out with you nude. We just came in to say hi."
Well, then he moved to Syracuse and he became the Naked Militia.
Naked Militia, because now we're going to stand up for a right to be naked.
Right.
Right to bear a penis.
The Naked Militia, he believes that the O&A Army came from one place.
Naked Militia.
You guys heard about the Naked Militia and started the O&A Army.
Didn't say that.
He did, I swear.
We never had an O&A Army.
He said the O&A
We never
Army.
really did the Army thing, 'cause that's kind of hack.
Yeah, a lot of people
we did
have
our
done
hacky
that.
shit, but
you had a militia, the Naked Militia.
Naked Militia.
And he said that the reason for that was that when people are naked, everybody's equal. So how can you fight when everybody's naked?
The right of Scorch's listeners to bare ass shall not be infringed upon.
But he wasn't naked.
Naked Militia.
And then guys are coming in just to say hi, and now we're naked. I'm like, we're not naked.
I don't get that.
He used to brag about wearing Drakkar.
Drakkar. He would wear Drakkar.
We don't want to give the impression
Smells
that
good. The ladies like it.
Me and Ant don't want to give the impression that we're naked in front of other guys, Scorch.
Ladies like it.
You guys did a
asshole.
naked show or two with Scorch, though, in Boston, right?
Yeah.
You were nude a few times.
Totally nude.
Why'd you guys take all your clothes off?
It's just like, Scorch, why would you want to give that impression?
Why are you trying to paint that picture?
We don't have any clothes on.
No, we do, Scorch.
Wow.
I don't know.
We're taking our pants off.
You know what? It makes us fucking laugh our balls off. I don't know.
That certainly does.
We're very fond of Scorch. I hope he doesn't get the wrong impression.
I don't have a lot of confidence in how we present Scorch yet. But you know what? Damn it, we're going to try again because...
Oh yeah.
We're going to try again.
I don't want to stop.
Yeah.
It'll come across.
I think there's some good stuff in there, but...
Yeah, definitely.
Look, fucking Sam has tears in his eyes. He was laughing.
Tears in his eyes, I guess.
I love Scorch.
All right, we'll take a break and we'll start our radio show. How's that sound?
Yes.
Doodly dude.
iPad 2.0 coming out next week.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah. What any line on what the new additions are going to be?
Not a new screen.
Maybe they're saying like a 1 megapixel camera. Whoa.
What?
They usually add more shit in than just like what you hear about before the
announcement. It's got to be something impressive because we're all loving our iPads. So why would we get rid of these so quickly? So it's got to be something.
Probably be hard drive.
When are they going to announce that?
Maybe
probably next
USB.
Week. I don't
Maybe
think
USB. No,
I don't think we'll see a USB.
Would be nice.
Why? USB would be nice.
It would be nice, but I don't think we'll see it.
Because then they're just building a computer.
Yeah, they're gonna.
I mean, a laptop.
It actually flips open now.
Right.
It comes with the standard Apple OS.
Yeah.
It's
that
a hard drive.
Confuses me. We were able to get everything down to tiny, and now they're like, no, we need big now.
Yeah, they kind
of. And then
of.
this is going to turn into a laptop, but it's like we always had the laptop.
It's all fluid. Everything's in flux here.
I'm very confused, but man, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Big or small.
All right, we'll talk about maybe some Libya action. Gaddafi. Got some thoughts on that, I'm sure.
Libya's labias. We're going to be doing a show, Libya or labia. We're going to hear people screaming, and is it from touching their labia or getting shot in Libya?
Scorch thinks of names like that.
Oh, of course.
But he never thinks of how the game would actually be played.
Name first, game second.
And then we'll figure it out as we go along.
Name, then game. I'm going to play name, then game. We're going to come up with a name and then play the game. And look, I just did it again. It's like a paradox.
When we get back.
Paradox.
They love him at Rock 101? Because that's a pretty big rock station up there. A lot of morning shows have gone on to big things from
Name that game. Hey, paradox or paradox? Is it two doctors or is some kind of space-time mix-up? Paradox or paradox? You can do anything with Scorch. We got Michio Kaku and Doc Brown here. Paradox. But it's also a paradox, because what did they talk about?
What if you had two Doc Browns?
Holy shit. I don't get that.
I don't understand.
I don't get that.
Then it'd be a paradox.
I don't get that.
He once said that, he would go into when he was writing off his taxes. He said he wrote off $10,000 worth of toothpicks.
Because he's always got a toothpick in his mouth.
But then Paulie and me started doing the math, and $10,000 worth of toothpicks is an obscene amount of toothpicks.
Come on, $10,000.
Probably fill up this entire studio.
Yes.
Yeah.
I forgot. That's his thing. He has a toothpick.
But we have a toothpick. We don't
Carducci. When I was watching last night, I'm like, does he have a toothpick in his mouth?
Yeah,
that's like the whole time.
That's
maybe I talk. I'm like Muggsy. Man, see, boss. Man, I got a toothpick in my mouth.
When's the next one?
PFG TV's on every week.
It is.
Oh yeah.
And there's now the website, right? We should plug the website for the people that do care enough to maybe see the visual. What is it? PFG.
I think it's
Dash TV.
It is dash, right?
.com.
PFG-TV.com, I guess. Okay.
Greatest site ever.
And I'll make you guys some DVD copies. So maybe,
please.
A PFG TV party in the big movie theater.
Oh, my God. I would love to just sit in the theater and do a festival.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, this guy wants to tell us about Lump Nation.
Lump Nation.
Or Lumpa?
Lumpa Nation.
Lumpa Nation.
It's the afternoon Lumpa Nation with Scorch.
John in New Hampshire.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey brother.
The whole lumpa is basically your working guy, your working Joe, and it was it's not even his. It's the morning show that is on his station and the station on the Seacoast, which is both owned by Cheap Channel.
Wait, he doesn't even do mornings?
Is it like you're a lump of shit?
Oh.
Like you're a lump of shit?
You're a lump?
Yeah.
And they call it Lumpa Nation.
You're a worker. You got this decals that go on. Their morning shows, it's all right, but it's a couple of people, and then no, he does afternoons, and he sucks.
Don't say that about.
We love the
do not afternoons.
I think the morning show on that station is like Greg in the Morning Buzz.
Yeah, it is. That's who it is. Yeah, and it's on both stations, and they're in Portsmouth, he's in Manchester, and they're owned by the same company.
Playing tunes in afternoons. That's what I like to call it. Playing the tunes in the afternoon.
Yeah, but Scorch is only out of Manchester right now, but he is working on a lot of different markets. He'll be all over the world very soon.
Yeah,
he told me.
I think SiriusXM is going to hire him very soon.
Well, that's I mean, he told me that. So
a very high-level contract.
Yeah, the merger slowed it down a little bit, but now that we're back on track,
yeah,
probably Scorch coming here soon on the virus.
Yep.
He's on in the afternoons, and I'll tell you the reason why he's got people following him. He's got no competition. There's no other stations in this area. We live in Manchester. What else is near here? Nothing.
All right.
That's it.
He's carved out a little niche for himself.
Of course, Manchester is near Boston.
Thanks, brother.
He told everybody in Syracuse he was going to Boston.
Me.
I'm going to Boston.
We'll take our first break, and we got Rich Voss coming in today.
Yes, we do.
And John Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo's coming in, eh?
With Fisher Stevens.
Remember him?
Right.
You remember Fisher Stevens?
Well, from, Short Circuit.
Short Circuit.
But he was also in Lost.
And he also directed The Cove, I believe.
Produced, I think.
Produced The Cove.
It's easy to direct.
Documentary.
You just film some dolphins being slaughtered.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Gotta go to a sponsor break.
Rob